betrayal, revenge, secrets. America has been watching the Brown family fall apart for more than a decade. TLC's Sister Wives promised a candid glimpse into a man who had 4 wives, a huge family, and was showing the world that plural marriage was a life of laughter. But beneath the forced grins, the over-the-top music, and the forced family dinners, was a tragedy unfolding in slow motion. And now everything is different. Kody Brown, the patriarch, the centerpiece, the man who once held it all together, has been cut out of the picture. The wives, previously obedient and loyal, have taken over the narrative, and TLC is allowing them to shine without him. The most malicious twist? Kody's revenge isn't boisterous. It isn't dramatic. It's worse. His revenge is silence. His revenge is invisibility. His vengeance is the suffering of seeing Christine, Janelle, and Meri come to power in his absence. Seeing Robyn, his preferred favorite, falter as the family disintegrates. Seeing TLC itself remove him from the tale he believed was his own legacy. This isn't reality TV anymore. This is the slow, gut-wrenching unraveling of a man who dreamed of being a king, but ended up a ghost in the empire his wives built. This is the backstab, the inside truth of Christine's rebellion, Janelle's independence, Meri's awakening, Robyn's crumbling loyalty, Kody's downfall, and the most emotional season yet of Sister Wives. Let's break it all down. When Sister Wives hit the airwaves in 2010, America had never seen anything quite so unusual. Kody Brown presented himself to the cameras like a man on a mission. Blonde, charming, boundlessly self-assured, he presented his family, 4 wives and 18 children. Meri, the first wife, devoted, loyal, the one who established the foundation of their marriage. Janelle, the second wife, pragmatic, career-minded, independent. Christine, the third wife, happy, nurturing, the family glue. And Robyn, wife number 4. The youngest, newest, the one Kody appeared to favor most. In unison, they posed as trailblazers. Evidence that plural marriage was possible. Evidence that love could be shared. Evidence that harmony could weather jealousy. For a moment, audiences were convinced. TLC positioned their narrative in hope and optimism. Children giggled. Wives broke bread. Kody stood tall in the middle, drinking up the attention. But even back then, there were cracks. Meri grappled with infertility, heartache, and Kody's increasing remoteness. Janelle immersed herself in work, staying above the emotional mess. Christine sought love and affection but was made to feel unwanted. And Robyn, while loved by Kody, was made to represent favoritism that tainted the family unit. The wives smiled. The kids adapted. The viewers sat. But what they were truly seeing wasn't peace. It was imbalance, a sandcastle of a family, and gradually, inexorably, the tide started to erode it all away. Kody believed the show was all about him, but TLC and the viewers came to understand the true stars were the wives. Their feelings, their heartbreaks, their strength, and the wives would soon claim the spotlight for themselves. The downfall of Kody Brown didn't come overnight. It started with Christine. Christine Brown, the first to go. Christine had been living in rejection for years. She was rejected, told she wasn't pretty, refused intimacy. But she smiled for the cameras, hiding her hurt behind laughter. There was heartbreak behind the laughter, though. The last straw for her came when Kody confessed on camera that he wasn't attracted to her. That their marriage was not just a physical one anymore. Christine didn't merely leave a man. She left humiliation for the rest of her life. She broke free. She walked out. And her leaving changed everything. Janelle Brown, the quiet rebellion, Janelle had always been practical. She worked, kept the family in funds, and endured Kody's favoritism. But Christine's exit ignited a fire in her. She saw the truth clearly. Kody didn't value her. He didn't value her independence. He only valued control. Janelle chose herself. She embraced financial freedom, personal growth, and life without Kody. Her rebellion wasn't loud, but it was powerful. Meri Brown, the forgotten wife. Meri's pain was different. As the first wife, she endured humiliation after humiliation. A catfishing scandal shattered her confidence. Kody publicly announced their marriage was on its deathbed. For years, Meri held on to hope. She waited for Kody to love her once more. But he didn't. Meri eventually woke up. Her loyalty had been her cage, and she decided to move into her own power. Robyn Brown, the last one standing. Robyn, who was Kody's salvation, turned out to be his curse. The other wives felt jealous of the favoritism. They turned against her. And even Kody, by holding on to her, started falling apart in her presence. Robyn's crying became metaphorical, not of pity, but of the tragedy of a lost family. Kody believed he was the lion of this pride. But what does one do when the lion's roar gets weaker, and the lionesses start hunting? The betrayal, TLC's backstab. Kody thought Sister Wives was his legacy, but TLC had other plans. In the beginning, he was the face of the franchise. The promos centered around his speeches, his control, his vision of plural marriage. But over time, TLC shifted the focus. Promos celebrated Christine's freedom, Janelle's independence, Meri's rediscovery. Even Robyn's tears were framed as tragedy, not Kody's heroism. And Kody? He was systematically edited out, cut from frames, removed from sound. TLC understood what viewers desired. The wives' stories. Their strength. Their tragedy. Their retaliation. The network itself did it to him. The final betrayal. Not by Christine. Not by Janelle. Not by Meri, but by TLC itself. The show was no longer his. It was theirs. Secrets of Intimacy, Kody and Robyn's last stand. With 3 wives in the rear view, Kody held on for dear life to Robyn. She was his sanctuary. His soulmate, the evidence that his fantasy wasn't shattered. But even that fantasy dissolved. Their in-private talks uncovered cracks, intimacy issues, dishonesty, and distrust. Robyn wept, admitting loneliness and fear. Kody shared doubts, frustration, and fatigue. Viewers witnessed what had previously remained concealed. Even this marriage was on shaky ground. Even this relationship was plagued by the breakdown of the family. Kody and Robyn's final stand wasn't glamorous. It was tragic. The more he hung on, the more the viewer recognized reality. This wasn't fortitude. This was desperation. This season wasn't like others. It was raw, heartbreaking, explosive. Christine flourished, publishing a cookbook, acquiring followers, experiencing bliss. Janelle flourished in autonomy, applauded as a fan favorite. Meri reclaimed her sense of self, discovering pursuits beyond Kody. And Kody? His silence was more deafening than words. The series, which was once about him, no longer required him. This was not reality television anymore. It was the real-life dismantling of a man who had lost everything. Kody's revenge was not an implosion. It was not aggression. It was quiet. His vengeance was observing. Observing Christine shine with her independence. Observing Janelle thrive without him. Observing Meri become stronger. Observing Robyn weep with the pressure of being the remaining wife standing. The wives were the center of attention now. And Kody was erased. That was the real vengeance. From betrayal to backstab. From intimacy confessions to wives rewriting the script. Sister Wives is not just Kody's plural marriage dream anymore. It's about the women who escaped. The women who became stars. The women who transformed pain into power. And Kody? He's left in the background. That's the Sister Wives story TLC doesn't want you to remember. And believe me, the next season will blow even more up. If you enjoyed deep dives into Sister Wives drama, hit that like button, subscribe for weekly analysis, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next bombshell reveal. Because in this family, the story is far from over.